I know this is gonna be insanely hard, but to do this, we're gonna be going on to the Hockenheimring and make some Group C lap times for very more. Is this my video recording? And about time that we're absolutely started to get all over to this one, but this is recently that we're gonna be absolutely to do what it is. But the last time's video in Sebring and Monza, we didn't absolutely complete it in Monza because it's gonna be way more harder than I thought. And the most easy way is gonna be racing in Sebring. But now in Hockenheim, we're gonna be driving all the way around here. Just like to get all the way to Overcast, and let's see some Group C vehicles as well. We got the Mazda 787B, a Mercedes Sauber C11, and the Jaguar XJR9. And we have currently in about for 3 cars will enter this race. But not except for this one. That guy is absolutely making things a little bit much stressful. But looks like we're going to be taking a little bit for the only one action. Not probably as well that we're going to be taking all the way one to this guy is going to be taking for a little bit for gotta be this one as well. And because of already that we're going to be doing like this one, not for a default day, and we're going to be doing for ourselves Overcast. Welcome to the storm. And it looks like it is absolutely as the rain will be not exactly try to do so as well, because the rain of terror will be absolutely occurrence of the rain of terror for just a little bit something. Now a little bit for just to give ourselves a go. And looks like we're going to be heading out for this as well. It's because of the rain will come, won't be absolutely to take for this. A huge rain will be coming in for our last 45 minutes. I think this is absolutely for it's a couple of hours for us both. So it looks like we're going to be taking that slow, and we're not taking for a little bit about this strategy. Let's turn on the lights, and because this one reason, we'll be absolutely taking around for this one strategy. If this car is an anti-oversteer, and because Mazda 787B is the anti-oversteer. Now we're going to be taking around for this only one straight. Now taking on the gear 1, and that causes oversteer as well by using the gear number 1. The gear 2 is absolutely for a viciously for the or just a little bit. The anti-oversteer. It's not going to be taken for about for a 1 second penalty. We'll be no longer be able to take for about for this one. Is this going to be really hard? And then probably you're going to be taking for saying yes. Now let's going to be taking for all of this way for just a little bit something. And a little bit for just a corner cuts things, which should be absolutely taking for a little bit once. It's all because of the off track. We'll be taking around for a super lap against one. Without the onboard view inside of his cockpit view, and because of this one absolutely to take around for its second gear, that causes for a huge oversteers as well. And because using about the second gear, we're ready. Now looks like we're about to go. It looks like we're taking about for this one strategy to take onto this one, and let's take on the lead with about for only one opportunity in Grand Turismo 3. Let's take around for a slow side here. Let's to take onto this first gear, and we're not going to be able to cause for a pretty much hurt 8 seconds behind. We just absolutely taking for going to be going up here, and we just might when things a little bit gone wrong. So this is where the Group 5 Special Edition starts breaking into that kind of a border for as well. So it looks like we might be able to get for a little bit oversteer. Now to take things a little bit straight. We can be making this all of the way and start braking after this moment 1 session. This is not going to be taken but absolutely using for a second gear. If this is might actually try to get hold to the third gear. This has got to be something a little bit for much. 7 seconds behind, but at least it's really back as well. So it's going to be taking for around for a slow in about for outside gear. So because of this one side gear, we'll be taking around for using that second gear. If this is not going to be taking around for this strategy, now blasted all the way to 1 minute and 24. This is really faster than the Group 5 cars. that I absolutely tried to say that we're absolutely taking for only one thing. This has got to be something for a various strategy. 1 minute and 24 is going to be the same record as the Porsche 917 for just a little bit for once as well. I can't believe it. This is absolutely taking for a little bit for a quick menu and teleport back into the garage. You may not know that it's gonna be uncolorized for this a little bit sooner, because in this video it's gonna be absolutely uncolorized, started to getting uncolorized by something like else. Now let's do like, I think this is the most powerful car is for the Jaguar XJR9. The most powerful car was absolutely quite even more a little bit quicker than the Mazda 787B. Let's take it for a super attack with some other kinds of Group C cars as well. If we're gonna be blasting all the way like these things, we just might be able to pass for a BMW M4 GT4, which is blasting all the way to 7,000 to 8,000 RPM, which is almost gonna be blasted all the way around to 200 miles an hour. If this is gonna be necessary in about the second gear, which is gonna be taking all the way up into its 8,000 RPM. And it's going to be a little bit worse in about for this 1 decade. Now let's going to be slowed down, but I can't see throughout the decades around for this one. And I suggest I'm going to be using around the chase cam in Forza mode, and about for project cars and instantly that the winner will be for a Jaguar XJR9. So it is going to be about for an absolutely trying to get all the way. But absolutely, I mean, actually, this car needs to be cooled down. But before the second gear goes, it might take him for a little bit peaks of time, and because this car is too powerful for each of us. So this car is absolutely taken around for its most likely world's advantage to make it up for its 150 miles an hour. So it's going to be taking around for a third gear and blast Sizer into the fourth gear. And made on to this one statement of the most likely the fastest lap times, whatever it is. If this is absolutely the most fastest lap on Earth, the Gear 3 will be 0.7 seconds behind. It's going to be taking all the way for around for this for a high-speed chase. And about only like these things as well, started breaking all over to this place. It looks like this is absolutely going to be taking onto its first gear. I think this is going to be very too powerful as well. Let go of the gear and shift it up. It looks like we're going to be taking all the way down into fourth gear. Now let's take it around for a slow down and for very seriously. But seriously, the XJR9 is got to be so serious along with size. With using for our V12 powers engine. 0.6 seconds behind is going to be taking a little bit slow. Unfortunately, it will make things a little bit lot better with this one. That is going to be much better for this only one problem. But this absolutely one problem is we're going to be taking for the inside, in about inside lanes, without going to be corner cutting as well. Blasted to the third gear and made on to the finish for 1 minute and 22 seconds. It was absolutely almost no longer faster than the Sauber Mercedes GT1 as well. That I forgot to turn on the lights, even though I swear it's not going to be taken for very seriously. Since your personal favorite is finish and about completion of lap times, let's use for the Sauber Mercedes C11. That's going to be spawning in and not taken for this one seriously, and about to drive for the first time, because this guy will be taking one advantage, and we almost forgot to turn on the headlights as well, even before we're going to be seeing around for this well. And the rain starts will be in last 20 minutes because of this one strategy after qualifying, with this only one pretty things as well, and because of the huge rain will be coming in torrential. So it looks like we're going to be coming into this one straight, and because the reducement of the power is the V8's engine as well, and that can only be reached up to 200 miles an hour, and is absolutely taken for a very crazy like these things. And I can see the AMG GT3 will be taking for this only 1 moment, and because of a little bit of power slides will be much left. If this is what absolutely that I just taking a little bit hard, now let's take for a very small kinds of various penalties as well. And because of serving amount of penalties will be in 6 seconds during race mode, and about for recent decades as well. It looks like we're taking about for this slow, and it wouldn't able to probably that we should be able to get away with it. If this is what absolutely to take around for this fastest lap time, I'm not pretty sure that we're going to be doing for our very best lap times as always. If this is what absolutely to take it very quick, we'll be taking around for a first couple of lap times. But here we go, we're going to be absolutely taking for a 1 lap. If this is absolutely not possible, that we're going to be doing for a little bit for I guess. The Reign of Terror is coming in at least 14 minutes away from it. It's going to be the only one start. Let's blast this only one thing and ready to go. But it's only taking for a few much laps as well. After even for a less amount of corner cuts later, it won't be going to be impossible for it to do that, guys. Now we're going to be taking a little bit slow into our for just using for about for second gear and hit around for third gear, 0.5 seconds behind. And it's going to be taking for most likely in the name of the fastest lap times whatsoever. If this is not certainly going to be taking for about for this one, it is going to be taking for only one strategy, using in about for first gear and second gear. What is absolutely going to be going on about for my transmission? It looks like is this absolutely for a clutch one thing as well. Now let's going to be started to slow down. And one thing this is now going to be absolutely to took around for its speed. It looks like the fastest Group C car is the Sauber Mercedes C11. Looks like started to slow down in 0.4 seconds behind. In about for 1 decade that we're going to be taking a very slow time. It's the same mistake in about for using for a Mazda 787B. In about for only 1 decade that we never able to get for messed up. I'm not going to be starting able to go on to get for messed up for over this one by using about for using 1 minute and 21, which is absolutely pretty the most fastest lap times, almost 1 minute and 20 point a little bit for this one. The fastest lap time is 1 minute and 21.180. So that is the end of this video for just a little bit. And because of this one strategy, that the most fastest lap time won't ever try to make things a little bit count. So maybe next time that we're going to be using for Group C lap times once again. And absolutely for pre-order that like this one is not pretty sure that we're going to be doing for just a little bit best. So if you enjoy for about with this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. And I'm going to be see you around in Fuji International Speedway. And thanks for watching. That which will be Trevor Concept signing off. And I'll talk to you cookie runners all later. And I say going to be cheering out for just a little bit. Over and out.